We're looking at a very active day today. This is an alert day, of course, because of the rain that's coming our way. We are looking at a lot of it, and it's going to be very strong. The system that's bringing this is going to be very strong. It's going to bring with it the heavy rain, strong winds, damaging winds, enough to cause several levels of problems. So what we're looking at here, we're looking at a scan that's showing that this system is starting to get a little closer. It's getting closer and closer as we have been watching this throughout the day. Let's talk about what we can expect for today and preparations you need to make. First off, because of the damaging wind concerns, we're urging you to secure loose outdoor items. Certainly charge your phones and tablets. None of us will really be immune from this because the ground will be saturated with all this rain moving through. And we're talking about 2 to 3 inches of rain coming down. And then there's coastal flooding that is a whole nother concern because of high tide and the winds. But definitely because the rain could be saturating the ground, the winds could be pushing over some trees and maybe bringing down some limbs. We're urging you to charge all of your electronics. Make sure that your sump pumps are working very clearly, and then clear all your spouts, your drains, anything around maybe your home that will allow this water to drain off, because again, this is going to be a system that's going to be with us for a very intense bit of time. Now, as a result of that, again, we have a little time this morning because it is getting closer, but it is not going to be here, say, for another hour or two before it starts to really move into the region. So it is arriving. The worst impacts we're expecting, however, this afternoon and into tonight. But the heavy rain is going to bring with it, again, strong winds, damaging wind potentially, and then the flooding and the coastal concerns we talked about and those power outages. Let's walk you through some of these advisories. First off, there's a strong wind advisory, I should say, for strong wind gusts expected. This is for the upper eastern shore from, say, Easton right on up across over toward Frederick, across the top portion of the state, off in far western Maryland. All of us, even if we're not under the category for the advisory and the warnings that we have in place, will be feeling these strong winds. We could be seeing gusts up to and feeling gusts up to 50 to 55 miles per hour at times with this system. So again, very strong, enough to knock down branches. Widespread coastal flooding. We're talking 2 to 3 feet of flooding. You heard Alexis talk about that. She's down in Annapolis, of course, and this is during times of high tide, from areas all the way into the mouth of the bay up to, say, Bowley's Quarters, up in the top northeastern portion of the bay. And again, that is going to include places like the Severn River in Annapolis, moderate flooding there. High tide, we're going to give you these high tides, 2 a.m., of course, through on Wednesday, 4 p.m. on Wednesday, and then 2 to 3 feet above the actual levels of the normal high tides. This is just one. Not going to inundate you with all of these at this first hit in the morning, but I will continue to bring them to you throughout the day. For right now, let's sending it over to Angela Foster with your First Alert Traffic. Angela.